What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? It's Renebean, and welcome to the game room. We're doing another episode of Life of a Game Hunter here. Look at this shrine, my god. It just looks so good. All this looks tightened up over here. This is what I did with the DS and the PSP. That looks great. Doesn't interfere with the door. Look at that original tripod over there. People don't realize how far I've come. But anyways, I got some things that were sent in for repair. Mainly, like, one of the things I'm just most curious to see if I can get to work is this copy of Sonic CD that was sent in. This thing looks like it's been ran over. I mean, it is destroyed. I really don't know if we're going to be able to save this. I'll run it through the resurfacer once or twice if I need to and see if we can bring that back to life. But I also got some Game Boys to work on. I got a PlayStation 2 we got to test out. There's a lot of stuff. We got to make some money today, guys, so sit back and relax. Let's get to work. Alright guys, we are back in the shop, and I'm going to start things off where I left off last time, and that was this Game Boy was sent in, needed a new screen. I went ahead and ordered a few. I should have ordered more. I only got 3 of them, but that's alright. I haven't really found that many Game Boy Colors so far this season. Ignore the construction going on in the background. It's one of those days, people, so bear with me. So this person reached out to me, I believe, on Discord, and like I always tell you guys, check out that Discord server. We're actually almost at 1,000 subscribers right now, or not subscribers, but members on the Discord server, and I figure once we hit 1,000, I'm gonna start doing some giveaways and contests in there. It's a great community. I mean, if you ever want to talk retro games, Spider, go away, go that way. But if you ever want to talk retro games, or you want to reach out to me, it's a great place to do it. Plus, we allow buy, sell, and trades there. So I'll leave the link to it in the description as well as a pinned comment. Spider, I hate to do this to you, but you're done. Mighty Spider. I give them a chance, but then they want to attack me. Alright, so these are replacement screens. They look scratched all to hell, but honestly, they're actually very clean. Once you peel this thing off, they're like brand new. So in order to take this old screen off, there's a couple of ways you can do it. The best way is if you had an actual suction cup to put on there and pull it. I don't. So I'm just going to have to very carefully go around the edge and actually peel this off without damaging the outer shell right here, which is easy as long as you take your time. Now, one thing I wanted to do for what he paid me, it just didn't seem right. I wanted to give him a little bit more. So I'm opening this up, cleaning out the contacts, and a good way of taking off the screen as well, which is what I did in this case instead of going from the front. The little hole where the LED light is, if you actually just stick something in there, and I actually just used my tri-wing and stuck it in there, you can pop it out from the back without removing the screen, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these up, put it back together, and we're going to throw that new screen on there, and it's going to look very good. What you want to do, blow this out before you adhere the new screen, because it's going to be the last time you get access to it, unless you change the screen out in the future. Alright, so now we got to peel back the new screen here. Be very careful not to scratch too hard on there. There it is. Make sure you give it another blow here. Make sure. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and clean the inside of this, just because these things can be a little dirty when you get them. I don't understand. It's like fog or something. Oh, there we go. Brand new screen, looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mailed back to him. And he's got clean buttons, so they should be very responsive as well. So let's move on to another project here. Alright, next order of business, we got Game Boy Advance SP that was sent in. I kind of apologize. So I really apologize to this person. It kind of took me a while to get to this. That might be. I'm going to turn on my air compressor. We're going to blow this out. So I can already tell you that these ports are very dirty. One's corroded. This could very well be the problem, hopefully, because I really don't want to open this thing up if I don't have to. So I'm going to clean this out. I'm going to blow it out first and see if we get what we get here. Alright, it's blown out. Let's see if this will go in any easier. Alright, there we go. Light comes on. But no, okay, yeah, that was more of a problem. He was saying light comes on, but it doesn't cut on. Probably going to be more of an issue than I was hoping for. Let me see, make sure that the battery is in this thing. I couldn't remember exactly what all I got him to try. Come on out. Yeah, battery's in there. It should cut on even with it plugged in, so that's going to be anyway. We're going to leave this off because we're going to have to open it up anyways. There may be a fuse blown in here. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this guy up and see what it looks like on the inside. I'm not going to need mine for a battery, so this battery appears to be doing something, so. Alright, let's take her apart. What is this? Tri? No, these are all, are they tri? Yeah, they're all tri-one. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to remove these 4 screws down here on the base, and then we got to, it's been a while since I opened this. We got to remove the front. Actually, we may not have to, not to work on this. Let's go ahead and remove this back. So I get people all the time that ask, what do you do with a strip screw or rusted screw? I got one right here that's rusted. I'm not going to try to force it yet. You want to clean it first. That's usually the first thing you want to do, because when there's a bunch of crud in there and you go to put your screwdriver in there, you're really just, you're adding abrasion to it and you're going to strip it a lot quicker. So we want to clean this as best we can. Alright, with this in here, I'm not even getting much bite. I'm going to go as slow as I can. Need to clean it even more. I'm going to try to pick out some of the corners here. There we go. And you want to go slow. Yeah, it's a bad screw right here. It ain't going to have many opportunities to come in and out like that again. Definitely seen better days. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this off the back. Alright, I wanted to take a look at the ribbon on the other side. Make sure it's not pulled or stretched in any way. Trying to keep an eye on corrosion or bad leads or anything like that. And we may have our issue down here. Let me show you if I can on the camera here. Alright, right here, definitely got some corroded bits, man. I'm going to clean this and see how bad it looks. But with that corrosion right there, that's probably going to be our issue. Alright, so assessing what the actual problem could be, I'm on the fence on this one. I'm not entirely sure. My strongest lead is that it does have something to do with, these are either like small ceramic capacitors. I don't believe they're fuses. But they are completely corroded out. One is molded into the board. It's so bad. I'll show you a little bit more close up here in a second. I've tried some things. I mean, obviously the power port itself, it's not loose. It doesn't need to be reflowed or anything else. No other damage to the board. But this one right here, interlacing with the actual ribbon for the screen, which is why it's not cutting on. It's a very strong possible reason why this is not working. Let me show you a little close up now that I got free hold of the board, if I can. Right here, you can see all that corrosion. Those are going to be some very hard pieces to solder in, and I'm not entirely sure if I can get those separately. I'm going to check. I'm going to reach out to one of my buddies who is the electronics man far beyond me and ask him how easy he thinks this would be to save, if that is the possible problem. If there's anything else you guys think I should try, let me know. But as for now, I don't think I can really proceed, because I'm telling you, that has to be the problem. I mean, working on everything else I've done, when you get pieces like that, that's going to be the culprit. So I'm going to put this away for now. I'm going to reach out to the guy, let him know what's going on with it. I told him there's a chance I couldn't fix this, like I do with everything. I'd like to. It's a 101 model, and he says it's always worth a shot, but that doesn't look good right there, that's for sure. So let's move on to the next project. Alright, so next up, I got this Nintendo DS. I actually picked this up at a flea market. I paid $12. It's complete in box, minus the damn charger. I didn't check to see if the charger's in there. But I'll tell you, the good news is a Game Boy Advance SP charger works just fine, which is what we got here. So I just want to test this, make sure it's going to work like it should, and see how we get from there. Alright, so we got a charging light. This actually came with a game. What was it? Nothing special. This is adult owned. This thing's in actually like immaculate condition. There's some smudges on the screen, but we all know a felt cloth is going to clean that right up. But this thing's in great condition outside of a charger, but luckily it is an SP charger, and I got plenty of those. So will it cut on? Let's see. Unable to test it at the flea market. I mean, that's the risk, you know, I had to take. Yeah, I think it's just too dead or something, because now it's cutting on, but it's cutting right off. So I'm going to let this charge for a little bit. We'll move on to another project. We'll come back to this. It's probably just been sitting for well over a handful of years. Hopefully that battery is not too shot. I figured it would cut on with it being charged or with the power cord in there, but maybe not. There's so many different DSs, so many different types of models. I could be wrong. So let's move on. What do I got? What the hell do I even got to work with here? Because I know we're going to resurface those few games, and we can test those in the game room at the end of it. Oh hell, PlayStation 2. Yeah, I got a PlayStation. Because hell, we're gonna have to we can test one of the games that we clean with it. I got a slim PS2, the silver. These things usually aren't faulty, but we're gonna find out. This is one game that needed to be resurfaced. That was Crash 2. I just really don't think it would play in its condition. My rule of thumb, of course, is always that if the game works, don't resurface it. This one just looks absolutely terrible. I mean, it just looks... I don't imagine it could, like, play successfully all the way and never have issues. So I got a light. The light is on. Let's go ahead and plug up. This controller is missing the joysticks, but if it works, I will bundle the hell with it. Or bundle the hell out of it. Hey, hey! Notice it's in Spanish. I'm going to have to go through the settings and fix... I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that, though. I'm guessing that's options, maybe. Oh, Lord. This controller's working. Damn it, I don't know how to swap it back. There's not too many things that I can really click on. So I'm really just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Alright. Let's see. I don't know what I'm looking at. Give me something that kind of looks like... Oh, it's in Portuguese. Holy shit. Let me see here. Will it say English or will it say... Oh, it'll say English maybe. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. I apologize to anybody who speaks Spanish. I just... It kind of looks similar to me on that one. Alright, so that's working. You know, we got a bullet dodged on that one. Let's see if it's going to read this game. The laser flew back the second open door, which is a great sign. That means that is actually working. But this game, I just cannot see that thing actually spinning or working. Is the game spinning? I'm not sure. I don't think it is actually. Oh, I didn't have it in all the way? Ooh, that did not sound good. There we go. It's trying to... Something's catching it. That is not what you want to hear. Alright, what is catching? Alright, so... It didn't read the disc, but it got to the... It tried to. It recognized it was a PlayStation 1. I think it's just because this is scratched up. But this is the weirdest thing. I've never encountered this where it's grinding... I don't know how well it's going to see, but this little stopper or whatever the hell that is, I don't even know what that thing does. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up real fast. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and clean another thing that was sent in. Well, I got a few things here I got to clean up. That crash disc for one. This copy of Wii Sports, and maybe that I can't remember how much Mario and Sonic goes for. But most importantly, with this episode, what I kind of wanted to revolve around, this copy of Sonic CD for the Sega CD, this thing is in terrible condition. I really don't know if it can be saved. I mean, I don't know how well I can show you on camera, but this thing is just I'm telling you, it is scratched, my friend. Real bad. But there's always that slim chance, so we're going to try. But anyways, let me go check out and see what this problem is, and I'm going to go ahead and start up my resurfacer, and then we'll test this. Actually, before that, let's see if this DS finally cuts on. There we go. Haha, now we're working. Let me see if the camera's picking anything up. There we go. Yeah, so I guess the battery was just dead for too long. Yeah, and it's reading the game. God, this thing was taken care of for sure. So I'm gonna let that actually charge up before I actually list the thing and make sure that it's gonna, you know, be able to power itself on its own. And the battery is not dead, so that's good news on that. Let me go investigate this, get this machine going, and we're gonna finish this out. All right, guys. So after a little bit of research, man, I'm starting to get crowded up here. I hate when that happens when I'm working. I kind of get overwhelmed. It's the disc brake. I didn't even realize these things had a disc brake. What it does is when the lid goes down, it's supposed to move back and engage or disengage. It's purely mechanical. It serves no purpose other than to stop the disc. The fact that it's not moving, and I see why, actually. Yeah, I see it right here. Right on top of the lid is a post that's supposed to push it down. When it comes down, I see exactly what's going on. See, I don't know everything, guys. You should know that by now. I gotta look things up just like you guys out there too. So now I know something. I've learned something new every day. I could, with that post gun, I don't have it, and obviously there's no sort of replacement that I have. I mean, this would be an easy fix. I could just simply glue that back or wedge it back and it'll be fixed. Because like I said, it serves no purpose but to... Alright, so like I was saying, yeah, it serves no purpose other than to stop the actual disc from spinning. That way, you know, you can open it up and quickly pull it out. So I'm just going to glue that back, and it should. I mean, well, I read earlier, but it should fix the problem completely. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and resurface these games, and then we're going to see if everything's working like it should. So you will see a break, and then we will come right back to it. All right, guys. So I just got done doing a disc. I did maybe 8 or 9. I like to save them up. I don't like doing one at a time. I went ahead and fixed the PS2. I glued that back, so that shouldn't be an issue. And I found a memory card. Let me go ahead and test that. Go ahead and put this in here. Cut it on, and just make sure this memory card is going to read. The slot's working fine. There we go. Looks like it's reading fine. So let's go ahead and see if it's going to read this game, which I really hope it does. I mean, it didn't work before, so resurfacing it is not going to hurt it, you know, regardless. Alright. I'm going to test this controller, and then we're going to head to the game room and see if that Sega CD worked or not, and finish this episode. I really hope it does. I really hope it does. Alright, guys, so the moment of truth. I have not turned it on yet. I'm kind of doubtful. I mean, that CD is so bad off, but it would be an absolute miracle if it worked. Let's see what we got. Oh, goodness. Come on. Why ain't my Sega CD working? Come on now. I don't need issues from you. There's nothing in it. Oh, let's see. I mean, this could pull this off sometimes. I gotta troubleshoot stuff in my own game room sometimes. Let's see. There it goes. Alright. Yeah, that board connector between the Sega Gen and the Sega CD can get a little, needs a little, you know, reassurance that it's going to be okay. Oh, I really don't think that game's going to work. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna say there it is. That game is fried, but it was fried. I mean, it was. I ran it through the machine twice, and I normally don't do that. You know, I gave it 2 full cycles, but it was so bad off, and it's got so much. It's got a lot of disc rot with it, and there's so many, you know, pieces of light, you know, shining through it. There's nothing I can do with it. So, my friend, I told you it's worth a shot. But that game ain't working. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all have enjoyed this episode. And as always, to everybody out in this wonderful world, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.